You think good people sexually assault two girls over a period of 10 years?
Welcome to the Judgment Room.
All right, the court is calling 2020 CR 4378 and 2020 CR 4377, State of Texas versus Roberto Espinosa. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Michael Villarreal for the state.
For the defense?
Alex Scharf for Mr. Espinosa, ready.
All right, and are you Mr. Espinosa?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Espinosa, in each of the cause numbers, you entered a plea on May 24th, and you entered a plea of guilty. The court found there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court deferred finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. And each of the cause numbers, your punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 12 years. There's a $1,500 fine. State opposes your application. The cases will run concurrent. There's to be Chapter 62 compliance, and there's to be no contact with the complainant or the complainant's family. And you entered a plea to the offense of indecency with the child contact. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Judge.
Any objections to the PSI report, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No.
All right, state, you're opposed. Do you have any witnesses?
State has no witnesses.
All right, defense, do you have any witnesses?
Yes, Judge. I'd like to call Dahlia Morales.
All right, and if you'll step to the my left, please. All right, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God? All right, I'm going to need you to speak up so the court reporter can hear you, okay? All right, could you state your name for the record, please?
Okay.
Okay, we can't hear you.
Louder. We got the fans going, so it's even harder.
All right, defense.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, what's your relationship to Robert Espinosa?
And the ex-wife.
All right.
All right, just one moment. I'm sorry. On the back row,
Albert.
if you all could keep it down a little bit. Thank you. Yes.
Describe to the judge your relationship with Mr. Espinosa.
Well, we were married together for about maybe 21 years, married 19, and divorced 2007, I believe. We had a very active life. Our children in sports and nonstop year round. Very supportive and always there for our children.
All right. Now, understand that Mr. Espinosa has admitted and pled guilty to the two charges that the judge described. What can you tell the judge about that?
Very much out of his character. I'm a woman of faith. I believe in forgiving and pray that there's a second chance, providing he seeks help.
And how many children did you and Robert have?
2 girls,
What are their names?
Genevieve Espinosa and Bianca Bonda.
And how old are they now?
37 and 23.
Thank you, ma'am. That's what it is.
I
Hold on.
have some questions for you.
Sorry.
Question.
Are you related to either of the two victims in this case?
No.
No? And so are you aware of the specific allegations in this case?
Am I there? Yes.
Okay. To include that he has sexually assaulted at least 2 girls? You're aware of that?
Yes.
Okay. And so you're asking for a second chance for him? Okay.
I think everybody deserves a second chance.
Okay. So there's nothing that he could have done that would have prevented him from needing a second chance?
Anything that he could have done?
if he killed somebody, should he get a second chance?
Like
Objection
I said,
irrelevant.
I'm a woman of faith.
All right, that'll be
I'm very
sustained. The objection is sustained. You can ask your next question.
I have no further question.
All right, any,
Nothing further, Judge.
all right, thank you for coming in to testify.
Thank you, ma'am. You can be excused if you need to get to work.
Okay, thank
Call, Genevieve Espinosa.
All right, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand for me, please. And could you make sure you keep your voice up so that the court reporter can hear? All right, if you could state your name for the record.
Genevieve Marie Espinosa.
All right, defend.
How do you know Robert Espinosa?
He's my dad.
Okay. And, your mom just testified, is that right?
Correct.
What do you want to tell the judge about your father?
I'd like to say that my dad, as long as I've been alive, has been a man of service and always helping us, everybody in the community throughout our lives. And I just believe that he is a good person and that I'm by his side. I'm impartial. I'm by everybody's side, but I just really believe that he is a good person.
Do you want the judge to send him to prison or to give him treatment on some sort of supervision, court supervision?
I agree that treatment is absolutely necessary and that rehabilitation is really important and that he can still be a service to his community, to us, his family, and especially his parents.
Okay. What's going on with his parents?
They're getting older and a little hard, it's a little harder to make visits, office appointments, just with age in general, they're needing a lot of help.
All right. Does your grandmother, she have dementia?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
And her husband, not his father, but her husband, do you know if Robert takes care of both of them?
Mm-hmm. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day, making sure they take their meds, always there for them, making sure that they're adhering to their schedules and also his own too. So.
Okay. Now, you know that he has admitted to some pretty serious crimes. What do you want to tell the judge about that and what she should do to punish your dad?
Well, I have not my entire life had any bad experiences or anything of that nature. So obviously all of this was a shock, a complete surprise. Maybe that can be helpful in deciding his punishment.
Pass witness.
State.
Just have a couple questions for you. You said that he's a good person.
Yes.
So you think good people sexually assault two girls over a period of 10 years?
I think that good people can get into situations, and I think that can be rehabilitated and counseled, and there are things we can do and not just give up on somebody.
And you said that he's a man of service. Well, you can agree with me the things that he did to these two underage girls were not acts of service, right? Right. So you're asking this court to give him probation because essentially what I have down, I understood from your testimony, is that he's a good person and he helped the community. Okay. but you can agree with me to at least ruin the lives of two people.
think that, again, I can't speak on behalf of anybody else, but we're just asking from our perspective. This is my father, and I want to do everything I can.
I get that. I wouldn't want my dad to go to prison, but there's a difference between wanting and deserve. You can agree?
I agree.
I'll pass the witness.
Briefly, you had said that your dad had helped the community. Could you tell the judge about that?
While we were in school through pretty much all of high school and while we were kids, he always volunteered to clean up the parks and clean up the school paint, and we were always there by his side, helping along with that. So we have always been kind of driven towards, following in their footsteps and trying to make things better. So I think I'm sorry, that's the question.
I was just asking how he would help the community.
Those definitely in those ways.
Thank you, ma'am. No further questions.
All right, any further follow-up questions?
No.
All right, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, defense,
Mr. Espinosa,
any other witnesses?
that's it.
All right. Is there anything you wish to say?
Say that I apologize.
All right, let me put you under oath. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Sure.
All right, you can lower your hand if you could state your name for the record.
Roberto Espinosa.
Okay, and what did you wish to say?
I just want to say I apologize to the victims and hope that they get help. And if I also need help, so I'm sorry what I did. I live with this.
All right. Defense?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Espinosa, do you hate yourself for what you did? All right. Were you ever in the military?
Yes,
Okay. What branch?
Marine Corps,
For how long?
6 years. In the Army National Guard for 2 years.
And after you finished your service to federal government, did you work for the city of San Antonio?
Yes, for 22 years.
And what kind of work did you do for the city?
Automotive clerk.
Explain to the judge what that means.
We would maintain city vehicles to be running 24 hours a day.
When did you retire?
Here in 2002,
All right. How old are you?
65.
Do you have any health issues?
Yes, I have diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol.
Okay. Are you taking medication?
Yes,
Now, what kind of diabetes? Type 1 or type 2?
type 2.
Okay. Has that progressed has it gotten better or has it gotten worse?
And
How?
medication I was taking wasn't doing its job, so I have to go back and have them reevaluate me for better medication.
What is your sugar level?
It's about 300.
Is that normal?
No.
What's
Sugar
normal?
Sugar level should be under 90 and 100.
Your high blood pressure, are you taking any medication for that?
Yes,
What kind of medication?
it's lower my high blood pressure and the cholesterol pills that I take also.
Now, do you also take care of your mom and her husband?
Yes,
How old is your mom?
she's 82.
All right. And why does she need to be taken care of?
She's got dementia.
Okay. And who's the primary caretaker of her?
Her husband was my stepdad, but I usually do most of the scheduling for hospital visits or doctor visits and all that.
Okay. Well, and your stepdad, does he have some disabilities?
Yes, he his, left leg is pretty much gone. He has to use a cane or a walker to get around, so it's hard for him to get up from with any problem.
So if you were taken out of the equation, who's gonna help your mom and her husband?
Probably nobody.
All right, now, prior to entering your plea in this case, how much time in jail did you spend?
9 months.
All right. When you finally got out of jail after the 9 months, did you have to wear a GPS monitor?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I've been in November 2020 to this date.
Okay. Have you had any violations?
No, none whatsoever.
Now, let's go back a little bit. Who raised you as a child?
My grandmother.
Why?
My mom wasn't in the picture at that time.
Right.
She was, I guess, getting remarried and all that stuff. So I didn't have that much. Pretty much raised myself with my grandmother.
Where's your dad, your real dad?
Supposedly he's in California. I have not spoken to him since the age of, well, I was maybe 11.
You understand that the only choices that the judge has are to just send you to prison, or she sees fit, she could grant you deferred adjudication. You'd have to register as a sex offender. She could give you up to 6 months in jail as a condition. She could keep you on the monitor for the duration of your deferred adjudication. Tell the judge what you would like for her to sentence you to. What should your sentence be?
I would like to see if I could have deferred adjudication because I do need help
Help with what?
getting with the problem I have with what I have done.
The crimes that you admitted that
Yes,
you committed. And how old are you?
65.
Is there anything else that you want to tell the judge that I haven't asked you?
Just hope the victims get help. And that I also need help, so I'll leave it up to the judge to see what she wants to do.
Pass it.
State.
I just have a couple questions for you. What specific help do you need?
Just getting back to what a normal human being should be.
So you pled to an offense that happened in 2009, correct? Okay. And then in 2013, you were arrested for a different sex offense, right? Why didn't you seek help then?
I didn't have the means for that.
But instead, you went on and in 2019, you perpetrated against another child, correct? So, despite being arrested for a sex offense, you at that point didn't decide to address your behavior.
No.
So now that you are facing prison time is now when you're thinking that it's the appropriate time to get some help.
I think I have what that I want to is to get help.
Okay. But you could have done that in 2013, right?
Yes.
But instead, now that we are facing prison time, now you're asking this court to give you probation so that you can get some help.
Yes.
I'll pass the witness.
All right. Any further questions?
No further questions.
All right. I just have one question for you. What was your thought process when you were committing these acts? Because I read and I always make sure I read everything. because I want to make sure I'm familiar with everything. So I read all the stipulations, and then when people come before me and I'm to do a sentencing, I read all the stipulations, and I also read the PSI report that's been prepared for me. So there's one incident where you go to a store and you ask her brother to get out of the vehicle so that he can go get gum. And then you proceed to insert your fingers into her vagina while he's in the store. And so what I'm looking at is, you had to know it's a public place. Who knows how long her brother is going to be in the store to buy gum? And you're having his sister to remain in the vehicle. What was your thought process?
I have no, I have no, didn't have no thought on what I was doing. I know. it was
I mean,
wrong.
you have to be thinking something. I mean, I know you're coming to me and you're saying it was wrong, but she had to take off her pants because according to what I've read, you told her to remove her pants. So at that point in time, there had to be some thought process, like how much time do you had to be estimating? I'm thinking how long her brother's going to be in the store. Is there a long line? How many cars are in the parking lot? Because that determines to me how long he's going to be on line. First, he has to pick out the gum. When he picks out the gum, he stands in line. How long it's going to take the cashier with him? How long it's going to take him to pay? I mean, wasn't all of that running through your thoughts so you wouldn't get caught?
Yeah, it was in a public place, so there was people out there, so it was just, I didn't know my where I was at the time, so.
Okay.
It was just.
Okay.
For me to explain.
Anything else from either side?
Brief argument.
All right, the court will hear argument. Defense.
Thank you, Judge.
Well, I'm sorry. Actually, it's the state first, and then state, if you want to reserve, you can.
I'll argue first, Judge. I think this case is clear. 12 years is not enough. But I understand that is the plea bargain that the state entered into with this defendant to have these cases resolved, prevent two girls from having to take the stand and tell about the things that this man did to their body. We have 3 witnesses, including the defendant, come here and tell this court that he should be granted deferred adjudication. He should be given probation because he needs help. Number one, I think that's quite frankly a ridiculous argument when he was facing a continuous sex abuse of a child case. He could have received help then. He could have sought it out then, regardless of what the allegations were, the truthfulness of those allegations. But instead, we have him, that case gets dismissed, and then in 2019, he perpetrates another against another young woman, a girl within our community. These girls are going to be dealing with this, excuse me, for more than 12 years of their life. They'll be dealing with this for the rest of their lives because of this man's actions, because of his inability to stop himself, from his inability to seek the help to prevent him from perpetrating on children. He got the benefit of a bargain, and we're asking that he get the full 12 years because we're talking about 2 girls over a period of 10 years. And the allegations in and of themselves are, I think, show the terrible nature which they were committed, especially when you talk about them, like the court pointed out, happening in public, happening in a park when he gives this young girl alcohol and then perpetrates against her and then takes inappropriate photographs of her and then asks those inappropriate photographs to be sent to him. Nothing's going to stop him. And so at least for 12 years, this community can be safe from him perpetrating on another young girl and from him perpetrating and ruining another girl's life and every single life that touches that girl's life. So we're asking that you deny his application and you send him for the full 12 years because he deserves every bit and every day of that 12 years.
All right, defense.
Thank you, Judge. I certainly understand the prosecution's position. These kinds of crimes can't justify them, can't give excuses, and he's not. He did what he did because there's something wrong with him. And it is something wrong deep part of his brain. And I have seen treatment providers, sex offender treatment providers, perform and get people to, I'm not going to say 100% normal, but they have taught them how to not do that anymore, to get their minds off that. And they are subject to, you know, you could give him 10 years deferred. All right. He's 65. He's undergoing serious medical conditions. He's taking care of his elderly mom and stepdad. He served our country. He served our city. What he did is inexcusable, but he, you know, it's not like we have sex offender treatment rehabs advertising and putting billboards all over the city or all over the TV. You only really know about it until you really get in the system. And so we've talked about that, and he wants to find out what is my problem? Why am I like this? He hates himself for what he did. He served 9 months in jail during COVID and has been under house arrest since then, Judge. I think you can, you know, temper punishment with rehabilitation in this case. You can give him 6 months as a condition, 6 months in jail as a condition. That would come up to over a year with the 9 months he did awaiting trial. The sex offender treatment program in Bexar County is outstanding. The counselors are outstanding. He knows he's going to have to register as a sex offender. We talked about the standard conditions of yearly polygraphs and treatment and counseling. And he wants it and he needs it. If you just send him to prison, Judge, I don't know how long he's going to make it in there for his health problems. But he's not going to get treatment. They just don't give treatment in prison. And so we're asking the court for 10 years deferred adjudication.
All right. Mr. Espinosa, I want to let you know that I listened to the witnesses that were called on your behalf. I think it's always commendable when we have people who are willing to come in to give me another insight into you other than what you've been charged with. And I wanted you to know that I appreciate your service that you've given to the community as your time as a Marine, and also the work that your daughter said that you did in the community to help. In each of the cause numbers, the court is going to find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 12 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served, $1,500 fine, time and money to run concurrent. Each of the cause numbers will run concurrently. So 2020 CR 4378 and 2020 CR 4377 are running concurrent. There's to be Chapter 262 compliance in each of the cause numbers. And in each of the cause numbers, there's to be no contact with the complainants or the complainant's family. And I believe both parties are aware of those persons. And I've included those names on the docketing sheet. So those names will be on the judgments. And those are the names that are in the indictments. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing from either side?
Judge, we just have victim impact. I don't know if the Zoom is working.
No one has zoomed in. All right.
She said that she wanted to the link that you sent this morning.
No, no one's in the link. Just give me one moment. In each of the cause numbers, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right. Good luck to you. What we're going to do is I'm going to have you remain, because my understanding the state has victim impact, but that's going to be by video. Okay. So if you can just have him in the back, and then we'll bring you out, Mr. Trevino and Mr. Sharp. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe for more courtroom cases.